Welcome back. Well, we loved her starting with Married with Children and making her way all the way to Anchorman.
I loved her in Anchorman. We're talking about Christina Applegate, of course, and now Jim Ferguson is sitting down with her to talk about what it's like to be an iconic Griswold.
Yeah, and she definitely is that. You know?
Yeah.
And, you know, it was nice. She was a huge fan of
the original national.
The original,
yeah.
The original, yeah. And Beverly D'Angelo. Thank you. I had a brain cramp there, a senior moment for a second. You know, big fan of hers. And in this movie, of course, is Debbie Griswold. She wants to go to Paris. Everybody sing it with but Ed Helms, who plays the father, has other plans to get a Prancer car made in Albania, this wild car that she's going to talk about in this interview. And they have their cross-country trip. She makes a stop at Memphis State, where she's a party sorority girl. And she's just so much fun to talk to. And as you said, she's done a lot of TV. Friends, Married with Children, Anchorman 1 and 2. She's very popular and a very nice lady. I talked to Christina Applegate about Vacation. It starts in the Tartan Prancer car. Mm-hmm. A character? I thought.
That the Tartan
car
was its
itself,
own. Yes.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, when it's yelling at us, that car is, I don't know if that's still in the movie when it yells at us.
It is.
In Korean?
It is. Yeah. Yeah, in Korean.
In
right.
Korean.
Yeah.
And it just sounds really mad. It was really mad at us about a lot of things. Yeah, it was his own character. It's its own entity, its own universe.
Unbelievable.
And we spent a lot of time in that sucker, so
yeah, you know,
thank God I had three amazing people to be in there with.
I talked to Jonathan and John, and of course, after the original, the sale of station wagons skyrocketed with families. It's not going to happen with the Prancer.
Nope. Because it's not real. It doesn't exist. There is not a plant in Albania that is making the Tartan Prancer.
I don't think so.
Maybe they should. Maybe they should capitalize on it.
They might.
Bring some money into that region.
One of the first stops the Tartan makes with the Griswold family is your alma mater, Memphis State University, where you visit your old sorority. Was that a lot of physical props or stunts going on in that?
Yeah.
Was that a hard time?
You know what the hardest part was fake gagging, because they were going to CGI all the.
Yeah.
Such a spoiler alert, everybody. They had to CGI all that, so the actual having to do that really physically hurt me. Like my throat hurt and my neck hurt and my stomach hurt. It was as if you were throwing up that many times. So that was really the most difficult of all of that.
And of course, Rusty, played by Ed Helms, your husband, is kind of shocked at Debbie do anything.
She neglected to tell him about that.
She neglected to tell him about it. Yeah. Working with Ed, he's so talented. Do you agree?
Oh God, yeah.
Made it easy for you?
Of course, and he's just he's like the nicest person. I mean, I've worked with a lot of nice men in my life, you know. But he sits in that group of like my favorite 4 male people that I've ever worked with who are kind and actually really kind people, and Ed is one of those people. There's not a mean bone in his body. Plus, he's really funny.
Oh, he is great, and I thought the whole family was Skylar and Steele too. The two boys.
Aren't they fantastic?
Aren't they?
Have you gotten to interview them yet today?
I have.
Aren't they the most
really
wonderful kids?
Really good kids.
Comes from the top down. Best parents, best families I've ever been around. Seriously.
Really? Yeah.
It's really incredible to see. I so am in love with those boys.
Since this is being seen in Arizona,
Yes.
welcome to the Four Corners.
Thank you. Oh God. I'm really sorry if the Four Corners ends up becoming really a horrible place to visit from our movie.
She seems
It's
really
a wild
nice.
Four Corners scene, which we're not going to give away.
Yeah.
Okay, it's towards the end of the movie. She's just so nice to talk to. We're going to wrap our vacation week up this Friday with the Jonathan Goldstein and John Pauly. I got the last name.
Daily.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. He, of course, they both wrote it and they both directed it as co-directors, and they have a lot to say about the making of Vacation. We'll have both those gentlemen on this Friday.
All right, and it opens tomorrow. Thank you so much,
It opens
Jim.
tomorrow. Yeah, don't miss Vacation. You're going to have a vacation fun time.